It wasn't too bad to do the bushing change out for the differential member. Here are the original ones. Here's the right hand side one, the original one. And then here is the left hand side original one. Notice how it has the four, I guess, holes on each corner you can see through. I guess it allows for the differential to have some movement. Something I did that I saw another NASIOC member do. I think he did it for his S209. Is that he replaced both sides with the right hand side group in bushing. It's solid all the way throughout. I think it'll make a difference in terms of movement. So I think it was a really great idea that he had. I'd like to give it a shot too. You know, it's up to you if you want to do it. I don't really know what the difference is going to be, but I pushed it in, pulled it out using a push and pull sleeve. You have to get the bigger ones. I think the minimum size was 44 millimeters in order to push it out. You need a 44 millimeter sleeve. Here's the let's see, here's the bottom one that I used to push it in. This one was a I think it was a 66 actually. No, I'm sorry, it was a 56 millimeter sleeve. And then the one I used to go inside the actual differential member to push it out was a 44 millimeter. Also, when I was putting it in, I used a kind of just to start it. I used a I think it's a 75. It might be an 85. I think it's actually a 75. What happened was it's kind of hard to get it perfectly flush in the very beginning, so I just kind of put something like so. I kind of took the whole thing and it just pushed down on the metal like that, nice and flush. It's really difficult to get to get it perfectly to set. I did do slight damage to the metal. Well, it's not really damage, yeah, just a little bit of little dings here and there, but the rubber itself is pretty solid and it's not moving in and out. So it's just probably just on the top. In terms of comparison, I put a screwdriver into the hole and moved it. This one moves a lot less than this one did. So there's going to be some difference. Another thing that you might want to understand is that I marked the front of the car on the differential carrier. Definitely easier to put in when you remember that. But also when you push the bushing out, you have to push it from the rear to the front. So it's got to go from the rear of the car to the front of the car when you're pushing the bushing out. And then when you're pushing the bushing in, it goes from the front to the rear. It won't go out the other way. I tried it by accident. It just didn't come out. So I realized when it seemed really difficult to push out, I realized I had put it in incorrectly. Also, when you are taking a look, I'd recommend taking pictures of the bushings, especially the orientation. For mine, the Subaru was on the bottom, and the arrows, you'll see arrows right there. They were pointing up and down on the differential member. On both sides, you kind of want to make sure you put it in correctly, and the arrows are pointing in the correct direction. Can't really see it on this one, but it's there. There's an arrow right there that points up and down. Other than that, most people, I think they used a push and pull sleeve kit that came with the threaded rod. Mine came with threaded rod as well, but I decided to go with the drill press. I wasn't really sure how difficult it would be. It ended up being pretty easy. The bushing actually comes in and out quite easily. It doesn't push out with a lot of force or require a ton of effort, at least when I use the press. But other than that, shouldn't be an issue. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in, and then I'll get back with you guys. All right, bye-bye.